Over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson for tonight's first look. Keith?
Well, right now we do have some showers in our area right now. Nothing too crazy, but we do have some downpours scattered about the area. I do want to come in a little bit tighter on this one little cell just east of Ackerman. There's no lightning associated with this. There has been a little bit of subtle spin. You can see maybe a little bit of green red right there. That little color combination that could denote a little bit of spin action going on, but not enough to justify any warnings at this point in time in our area, and that's certainly good news. But the rain showers will continue. We talk about that spin potential because we have a landfalling tropical system and we are in the northeastern side of the center of circulation. So these cells out there in the region today have produced a little bit of tornadic activity across parts of Mississippi. The warnings have been central and southern Mississippi, and you can see the center out there in Louisiana. So that is coming our way. We will have a low chance for shower storms tonight that could rotate, maybe a better chance for some rotating storms tomorrow. We'll keep you updated on that as we get into the full forecast, but this evening scattered showers into the 70s or into.
Well, Harvey's devastation is prompting people from all across the country who want to help.
Several organizations in our area are beginning to organize efforts to send volunteers and relief supplies.
One of those groups is Southwire in Starkville. They're holding a supply drive. Our Quentin Smith joins us live from there right now.
That's right, Andrea. Volunteers have been out here since 7 o'clock this morning accepting donations. And as you can see, donations are continuing to pour in right now as we speak. Now, so far, they've had a big response. In fact, the truck is almost full from the donations they've received today. Now, some of the items they're asking for include water, canned goods, clothes, hygiene products, just any of the essential items to help those who've been hit hard by Hurricane Harvey. Now, volunteers will remain out here until 7 o'clock tonight, and they'll be back out here again on tomorrow and Friday. Now, coming up tonight, I speak with 2 volunteers from Southwire to talk about their efforts to assist those in Texas. Hear what they have to say coming up tonight on WCBI News at 9 and 10. But for now, reporting live in Starkville, Quentin Smith, WCBI News.
All right, thanks, Quentin. Students at the University of Mississippi who have families impacted by Hurricane Harvey will get some relief thanks to a fund started earlier this year. The Rebel Relief Disaster Fund is available to the more than 500 students from the impacted counties in Texas. The fund was set up to help other students in times of disasters. University officials say the easiest way to help is make a tax-deductible donation.
We're hoping this will certainly alleviate some of the stress. Our Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs has reached out to them today in an earlier email offering up our counseling services and many other support services. We don't want finances obviously to be a burden, but we also don't want them trying to rush back to Houston, when there may not be any means to get there or anything to go to.
For more information on how to help, you can go to our website, WCBI.com. The true impacts of Tropical Storm Harvey are still coming to light along the Gulf Coast.
Now some North Mississippi industries are bracing for the effects that lie ahead. WCBI Selena Schaefer has the latest on one business that will be directly affected.
We may not be seeing the severe weather threat that Texas has, but our area is still being affected in other ways, specifically the lumber mills like the one behind me.
All those mills in that area, that serve Houston, are going to have somewhere else to go with their lumber, and usually that ends up going into the supply chain in different areas.
Lumber is one of Mississippi's biggest industries, making up about 20% of the state's economy. As homes are being destroyed, mills in the southeast are preparing for the coming rush of orders.
In the short term, we're going to have some negative implications. Longer term, there'll be a lot of lumber produced going into Texas.
Barge Forest Products Company sales manager Ray Pennick says the mill learned its lesson from past natural disasters.
Katrina, I think we all thought Katrina would have a lot more demand impact in the short term, but it was closer to a year before we started seeing any lumber usage in any kind of volume manner flowing into to Louisiana.
Currently, Pennick's customers on the Louisiana coast are shut down.
As demand increases, I think prices and it'll be good for our southern pine industry here in Mississippi.
While they worry about the safety of their customers first, Pennick says they will prepare to help when the time comes. Pennick says even though some of his customers are shut down right now, they should be up and running by the end of the week. For now, in Macon, Selena Schaefer, WCBI News.
Tropical storm Harvey forces the nation's largest oil refinery to shut down. Other oil and gas rigs are also shut down, meaning gas prices, well, they're going up. Prices are already up in Columbus. MississippiGasPrices.com reports the average price for a gallon of gas in the state is $2.16. Just a week ago, that price was 7 cents cheaper. The increase is a national trend that's expected to increase over the coming days. More than 14% of the manned platforms in the Gulf of Mexico are shut down. Offshore facilities will be inspected once the storm has passed.
Well, whether it is the business world or military or academics, advances in technology impact all areas of society.
Leaders in many of those fields come together today at Ole Miss for the second annual Technology Summit. WCBI's Allie Martin has more.
They may come from different fields, but they all share common goals.
The tech conference is all about levels of communication.
I think you're already hearing a common thread up here.
This is the second Technology Summit hosted by the University of Mississippi. Jim Barksdale was CEO of Netscape in the 1990s. He says it's vital to hear about advances in technology and how everyone is impacted.
What we're trying to do is to get these people together to talk about what the future may bring in all the different fields of technology, from communications to computing to you name it, and translate that information down to what can be used here at the University of Mississippi and other schools in the States.
To help ensure that the future workforce, students, and researchers are prepared, Ole Miss is investing $138 million in the project behind me. It is a science, technology, engineering, and mathematics facility. Its opening is more than a year away, but it's an example of the government, academics, and the private sector coming together to help make sure the state remains competitive in the face of ever-changing technology.
Our Center for Manufacturing Excellence is a really innovative academic program at the undergraduate level that combines engineering and business. So these students take business classes as well as engineering classes, and by the time they come out, they are able to think both as business people as well as engineers.
As Dean of the University of Mississippi Medical Center School of Medicine in Jackson, Dr. Luann Woodward says the summit helps her and others understand the critical roles technology can play in healthcare.
Technology has really become the vehicle that we are using to reach out into the rural parts of the communities, into those areas where they don't have access to the specialists and in some cases don't have access to healthcare providers almost at all.
All experts agree that getting broadband coverage to rural areas is a top priority, and it will take everyone working together to make it happen. In Oxford, I'm Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Topics included strong defense and protecting the homeland and unleashing economic innovation.
Food and education go hand in hand. I'm Victoria Bailey, and coming up, we talk to a nutritionist about the importance of making healthy food selections and the impact it can have on the classroom.
How food can impact a child's grade.
Over the summer, students not only take a break from class, but some students also take a break from healthy eating habits. Well, today I found that making good food choices goes hand in hand with success in the classroom.
Usually during summer months, students run the risk of stumbling across unhealthy food choices.
In the month of August, you can really see a difference because they're like, I just want pizza, or, or they're used to getting McDonald's, and so having to get back into the routine is kind of tough for them.
It can get tough, but Aberdeen Food Services Director Barbara Vassar says that's where the school steps in.
We operate under offer versus serve, so it gives the students an option to choose what they want on the plate. So make sure you're incorporating the whole grain options, milk and cheese, fresh fruit and vegetables every single day. So we're trying to encourage them to try different things.
Elizabeth Oliver is the health and wellness teacher.
They're here to learn, and the only way to learn is to get your brain going, and the way to do that is to put the right fuel into your body.
She says poor food choices can leave a lasting impact on students' ability in the classroom.
When you're eating fruits and vegetables, it's a more sustained feeling, and you don't have to eat so often, or don't feel like you need to eat so often. So you're more able to keep going and have a sustained level of energy.
Ultimately, it's our responsibility as educators and as administrators to teach our students how to make those healthy options. And ultimately, the meal that they receive here at the school is one of the healthiest meals that some of them will receive all day. And so it's training them here so that when they leave school that they'll be able to make those healthy choices when no one's around.
In Aberdeen for WCBI News, I'm Victoria Bailey.
Now, Aberdeen recently received a grant to fund a combination oven. It combines with heat and steam, and it's designed to replace cookers and deep fryers.
Harvey continues to spin down here in the deep south. All of this heavy rain in Louisiana will be shifted to the northeast tomorrow into northwestern Mississippi and western Tennessee. Out ahead of it, we saw the risk for some strong to severe storms tomorrow in our area. More on that threat and a look ahead at the weekend next. Back to the northwest, pivoting around this big area of low pressure associated with Harvey, the remnants of Harvey. Now, meteorologist Jacob Dickey is out in the field right now. You can see his live stream right here. He is out west of Starkville near Matheson, inspecting a little bit of shower activity right now. You can see this little batch of showers here south of Maben now. Pretty good downpours in this. Nothing too sinister as of right now, but just a few minutes ago, there was a little bit of very subtle spin trying to perk up with that particular little cell right now, or right then. A few minutes ago, but you can see these storm cells lifting back to the northwest. Not a lot of lightning in this, some tropical downpours, yes. The better severe weather potential for us may actually come tomorrow once we get the center of Harvey a little bit closer to our area. Some additional showers and storms down here along I-20 and back out towards the Delta. And here's the big picture. You can see a big batch of rain into Alabama, and the center of Harvey over here in Louisiana. That center is going to be somewhere in North Mississippi 24 hours from now on the east and northeastern side of the tropical system. That's where the best chance for any tornado development is going to be, and that's why we are looking about a little bit closer to us. Gusty breezes, the main threats here as we go throughout the next 24 hours. Now, the overall severe weather threat on the low end of the scale here. Wind gusts, tornadoes, hail, not really about that. Tornadoes on the low end of the scale here. A little bit higher threat for some flooding, especially across north central and northwestern Mississippi. Tonight, you can see the activity we have will tend to move back to the north and west, and then probably weaken a little bit. Fairly quiet during the overnight hours, but we will clear up some of this showers and storms during the day tomorrow. On the northwestern side of that center, that's where the heaviest rain is going to be. To the east of the center, the chance of some of those spin-out type tornadoes. And then all of that is going to spin back to the northeast. So tonight, tomorrow night, and then we should be done with this by Friday. A good downpour across all areas is certainly possible here. It happens to be 2 inches or more. The better swath of flooding rain far northwest Mississippi, west Tennessee, will have the better chance for those heavier totals. Thursday, low 80 storms and isolated tornadoes. All degrees of circulation coming through 25 to 35 mile per hour winds with some higher gusts. Still possible tomorrow night with Harvey as it moves down through the weekend. Is looking great. Back in the mid to upper 80s.
That Johnson continues to lead the Golden Wave on and we'll hear more from our student athlete of the week next in sports.
Wave defense is Dandy Dozen linebacker Jet Johnson. Johnson continues to lead them Blankets on and off the field. WCBI Sports' Jonathan Flippo has more with our student athlete of the week.
The Tupelo Golden Wave are looking to go 3-0 this week with Clarksdale rolling into town on Friday. One of the biggest reasons to the Golden Wave's success is the three-year defensive starter, Jet Johnson.
Great coaching staff here, great teammates, and weather here, and everybody's loving it, so that's the main thing I love here.
Johnson has always been a nightmare for opposing coaches and players, even in his early days of playing football.
My family's been a football family.
Heading into his sophomore year.
I think it's been for itself, you know. Hearing all the cowbells is unreal, and I'm ready to run the tunnel.
Left behind in Houston, Mississippi State Bulldogs wear this decal on the back of their helmets in Saturday's game in Week 1 against Charleston Southern as a way to honor the selection. Mississippi hopefully it's all gone by Friday, or it'll be a very boring end zone show if there's a lot of games canceled out. So hopefully the rain goes out by Friday. It will be a good conversation, but so you know the rain's affecting it at this point. Hopefully it's gone by Saturday.
I think Keith's feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Friday and
I've been
Saturday.
seeing, and that makes me smile here.
Although it would be interesting to see how many helmets you could wear in 45 minutes.
That's true.
We'll hear more about Keith's forecast when we come back. So much for joining us, everybody. Have a great night.